Today's lesson is a complex topic and will vary significantly per person. Today we will be discussing your purpose statement. The quest for purpose is a key characteristic of being human. Without purpose, we do not feel productive, we become bored, and we experience low life satisfaction. For the sake of contrast, we will compare our purpose-driven life against that of a life motivated by the pursuit of pleasure. Now, I don't say that judgmentally, just contrastively. The hedonistic approach to life focuses on the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain, seeking immediate gratification and sensory enjoyment. This approach aims to maximize pleasure and minimize discomfort through activities that provide short-term happiness, such as indulging in food or entertainment. While hedonism can lead to temporary satisfaction, it doesn't result in long-term fulfillment or deeper meaning in life. In fact, it often leads to disappointment, regret, and emptiness. On the other hand, the eudaemonic approach emphasizes living a life of virtue, meaning, and self-realization. It prioritizes personal growth, self-discovery, and meaningful goals, aiming for a state of flourishing. Finding one's purpose is foundational to well-being, as it provides direction and meaning in our lives, guiding us toward our activities that promote long-term happiness and fulfillment. A clear sense of purpose enhances our positive relationships, meaningful engagement, and a sense of accomplishment. And this contributes to a deeper, more resilient sense of our well-being. Some important aspects to consider in regarding a eudaemonic well-being include, first, autonomy. And this is confidence that our choices and opinions matter. Mastery, that's the competence to perform our daily responsibilities. Personal growth, challenging our comfort zone and perceptions. Positive relationships with others, resulting in mutual benefit and growth. Purpose in our life, having a clear direction with our lives, as well as our available time and resources. And finally, self-acceptance, and that's liking most aspects of our lives. The first step in designing your purpose statement is identifying your strengths. Identifying your strengths is important because it provides a target and foundation for personal growth and well-being. Knowing your strengths allows you to leverage them in various aspects of life, such as work, relationships, and personal challenges, leading to increased engagement or flow, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Utilizing your strengths helps you to perform at your very best, it enhances your resilience, and it contributes to a more positive and optimistic outlook on life. From our last lesson, you were asked to complete the Virtues in Action Strengths Test. Understanding your strengths through the VIA test enables you to align your actions and your goals with your intrinsic qualities and values. This alignment fosters a sense of authenticity and purpose, which are key components of eudaemonic well-being. By focusing on strengths rather than weaknesses, you can build on what you naturally do well, leading to a greater motivation, improved mental health, and a higher overall quality of life. Discovering or clarifying what we consider meaningful effort in our life is the next critical step to developing our purpose statement. When working toward our life's purpose, we become more motivated and engaged. This may often be referred to as flourishing in our lives, making our efforts seem worthwhile. As we more clearly define our purpose, the more we can flourish. The following questions can help answer this abstract and very complex question. Now, keep in mind, as you answer these questions, keep your answers honest to you. Don't try to impress others or answer them with socially confirming responses. So some of the questions to consider include, what are my strengths and talents? What past experiences have brought me a sense of meaning and satisfaction? What contributions do I want to make to my family and community? What challenges do you feel particularly passionate about addressing and solving? And how do you want to be remembered, and who do you want to impact? Keep in mind that it may be better to make a big difference in a small group than to expect to change the world. After all, the more impactful that you can be on your family and local sphere of influence, the more likely you are to actually be able to help a larger population. This will likely also result in more visible and meaningful results from your efforts, and you will likely also experience a more enhanced sense of purpose as your family and community often more closely align with your values and beliefs. And finally, working closely with those around you provides a further opportunity for personal growth as you develop empathy and vision from the feedback-rich environment that you're operating in. Now that we have considered our strengths and what we consider meaningful pursuits, we can begin constructing our purpose statement. This may take several attempts and adjustments, and that's okay. Don't let the expectation of perfection keep you from getting started on this. Elements of a good purpose statement will reflect core values, leveraging your strengths, setting meaningful goals, and emphasizing contribution, growth, and well-being. While developing your purpose statement, try to consider the following parameters. So we want to ensure clarity, and that means we want to be able to understand what we're trying to accomplish while avoiding vague and overly complex or robust language. So this needs to be relatively short. Focus on your strengths, and it should highlight your natural strengths and talents, emphasizing what you're good at and what you enjoy doing. Remember, reference your virtues and action strength assessment results for this part. You need to have meaningful goals, and it should include specific and meaningful goals that provide direction and purpose in your life. And these should be both long-term and short-term goals aligning with your purpose that you want to include in your purpose statement. It should be balanced, and this should promote a balanced approach to your life, considering various aspects of well-being, such as positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishments, also known as PERMA. You need to have a commitment to growth. So you should, in the purpose statement, demonstrate a commitment to personal and professional growth, highlighting the importance of competence through continuous learning and self-improvement. And finally, try to include or make it inspirational. And this should be, your purpose statement should be inspiring and motivating to you. And it should provide a sense of direction and purpose that energizes and guides your actions. Remember, this is for you. You're trying to motivate yourself, not others. So this, again, will likely take several attempts and refinements. In the end, you should be able to look at your purpose statement and be satisfied that by completing your purpose statement, you will feel fulfilled with your life. This is certainly challenging, and it will require saying no to other partial interests that you have for the sake of focusing on what is most important to you. Now, as you look at resources and examples, formats, content, and length will vary greatly depending on where you're looking, and also between individuals. The following is a very rough draft. I found this very difficult to create an example because there's so many variables. And again, this is so generic that I don't even think this is that good of a purpose statement. But here's an example of maybe what a purpose statement might resemble slightly like. So this is just an example. My purpose is to live a life grounded in compassion, creativity, and continuous growth. I aim to use my strengths in problem solving and empathy to inspire and support my coworkers, fostering meaningful connections and a positive organizational culture. Through dedication to learning and self-improvement, I seek personal and professional excellence measured by degree completion and annual administrative reviews. I will help my coworkers flourish as evidenced by peer reviews and mentoring at least one new employee each year. Additionally, I commit to nurturing my well-being and helping others find their path to fulfillment, balancing joy, engagement, and purpose in all that I do. Again, this might not resemble anything like what your purpose statement would be, but try to get those parameters incorporated into a purpose statement that inspires you. While this may be a challenging topic to feel completely confident that you have perfectly completed due to its abstract and subjective nature, it is foundational to flourishing with your life. As we wrap up today's lesson, consider the following 3 takeaways. First, living life with purpose and clarity creates more happiness than living for pleasure. Next, aligning your strengths with your purpose helps you to focus your time and resources, and this will allow you to operate in a flow state rather than having to rely on discipline. And finally, a clear purpose statement will assist you in living a flourishing life. Our action items for this lesson include the following. First, remember to identify your top 5 strengths and explore their descriptions and corresponding virtue categories. The links are provided in this PowerPoint, but make sure that you do know your top 5 strengths and that you're able to look and explore their meanings thoroughly so that you can incorporate those into your purpose statement. And remember, the 24 strengths also have virtue categories, which also have descriptions. So make sure that you take a good look at those and you're able to understand exactly what virtues and strengths you're operating in. And then finally, of course, write your purpose statement using descriptors from your strengths and virtues that you've discovered and set clear, measurable goals that will bring you life fulfillment. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed today's lesson. It's an important one. And remember, you are building your future one habit at a time.